Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Okay. Okay, so now I am at ferrying across, right? So ferrying across is like crossing the sea. When you traverse a strait or make a long crossing of the sea for a distance of even 40 or 50 you use ferrying. What is the meaning of R? This human world too. There are likely many places within the space of a generation that may be called ferrying across on a ship's course. You know where these places are. You know the capacity of the ship and you know the weather patterns well. Who other ships may not venture out, you do so by responding to the conditions of the arc, relying on either a crosswind or a tailwind. Wind. And if the wind changes, putting in the oars of two or three with your mind set on arriving at port and board the ship and ferry across. You should think in terms of ferrying across when you pass through society and set your mind on some serious affair. For the martial arts, ferrying across is essential even in the midst of battle. Here you take into account that level of your opponent, judge your own degree of expertise, and using the principle of the martial arts ferry across. It is the same for a good mariner ferrying across a sea road. After ferrying across, you again feel at ease. In ferrying across, you will genuinely gain a quick victory by bringing out the weakness in your opponent and taking the initiative yourself. The intent to ferry across is essential in the martial arts, whether your opponent are one or many. You should investigate this thoroughly. Okay. Knowing conditions in the main current of the martial arts. Knowing conditions means knowing where your opponent flourish or fall, knowing the number of their allies, taking in the lay of the land, clearly observing your opponent's condition, and according to the maneuvering of your own allies and these principles of the martial arts, grasping the way of victory with certainty, understanding the degree of initiative to be taken, and going into battle. Even in solitary combat, it is essential that you discern your opponent's style, see through the character of his allies, detach his strength and weakness, understand how to take him by surprise, know when the scale of the rhythm along, when the rhythm of space and time intervals and take the initiative. Knowing conditions is being absolutely able to make assessments with your own intellect is strong. Well, the skill of his rhythm along with the rhythm of his space and time and travel and take the initiative knowing condition is being absolutely able to make assessment when your own belief is strong. As you gain freedom in the martial arts, you should be able to fathom your opponent's mind well and thus have many ways of victory. You should make efforts in this. Stepping on the sword, first in martial art on a grand scale when our opponents fire bows and guns at our troops and then commence battle in whatever way the first fire there. You know what? I'm going to cover this book with a transparent plastic. It's like, look, it's just a paper, and it doesn't look good because the cover of this book is actually very nice, very eye catchy, and it have some nice colors. Just look, right? So I'm going to cover it with some plastic, a transparent plastic. Okay, so let's start from here. How I'm going to show this to my camera like this. In this way, camera will fall. This is good, right? And put this box right here so it doesn't fall. So I will try to use little plastic as possible because I have to cover some other books also. And right, left, and there is wait. How that be? I am covering this book because uh, on the like uh, there is so much dust in my room, because I always keep my windows open, and this window and that window. There is always dust coming from the window. That's why I have to cover this. And if I'll just use my finger on my laptop, literally like there is so much dust. You can see here. It's already my fingers are already black. That's why I have to cover this book because I'm going to keep this book on my desk. This should be good enough, right? Because and after that, I will put some weight on this book, so it will be like the it will be compressed a little bit. Yeah, it does look good. Look, just look. Now I can also show my to the cover of this book and use this book at the same time, and it will also will not get dirty on my desk while I put it on my desk. Should I also use tape here, or it should be fine? It should be fine. Just look, there is some plastic left around here and here and here also, but it should be fine. I'll put some other books on this, like this book. I hope corners are okay. Then I will put some weight before going to sleep. Now the work is done. We are back. I'm Let me take a screenshot or something, and I will make this as a thumbnail. Why is it not loading? Stepping on the sword. First, in martial arts, on a grand scale, when our opponent fire bows and guns at our troops and then commence battle in whatever way, and fire weapon, first fire their weapon and then charge. If then not, first in martial arts, on a grand scale, when our opponent fire bows and guns at our troops and then commence battle in whatever way, the first fire their weapons and then charge. If we then notch arrow to our bows and put powder into our firearms, it will be difficult to push through to their camp. Arrow to our bows and put powder into It will be difficult to push through to their camp. The heart of stepping in the sword, something used principally in the martial art, is that even with bows and firearms, you must act quickly while they are being discharged. If you charge quickly, it will be difficult to notch another arrow to a bow or discharge a firearm. In all things, when your opponent sets up a tactic, respond to it immediately according to its own principles and stepping on his actions, defeat him. Again, in martial arts of one-on-one combat, if you strike only after your opponent has struck with his sword, the fight will become that of one beat after another, and you will make no progress. The idea of stepping in your opponent's striking sword with your foot is to defeat him, the opponent, moment he strikes, preventing him from striking a second time. Okay. Stepping should not be limited to your feet, but whether doing so with your body, mind, or of course your sword, you should be intent on not giving your opponent a second chance. This is therefore the mind of taking the initiative in everything. It does not mean attacking at the same time as your opponent. Stepping on the sword is taking your action immediately upon your opponent's action. You should investigate this fully. Knowing collapse. Okay, I'm going to stop. But where is my other right like this, like this. So where's my other phone? Right like this. So I was actually looking for ways to uh, grow or make, like not grow but actually make some impression on X account, like the Twitter account. And uh, now it is actually going well, good, because I have took a little challenge, like this is posting for 31 days, and this is like replying for 30 30 days. So replying to tweet, I mean, like I, not every, but whichever seems to be interesting and I have something, I'm something curious about, I'll just reply those tweets. And it actually making more sense, because if you are a very new account and you are just posting whatever you are doing, and also you don't have a premium X account, like you don't have any subscription of X, then there is like a less chance, I'm not sure, but there is like very less chance that you will get engagement on your account or profile. That's why I just took a challenge, like okay, let's just do things. And within like 3 to 4 days I have come to the conclusion that I am, whenever I'm replying to someone's account, I am actually getting views on my tweet. Like, so if my tweet have 100 views, there is 1% chance or 2% chance that someone is going to check out my profile, and because of that tweet they are going to come on my profile to visit and see my top 2 or 3 tweets or whatever I have wrote on there. So it actually kind of makes sense more that replying to tweets will of course give you at least some amount of views. It's better than none, of course. That's why it was something like there was uh, there was an account that which posted something related to this Zepto, and well, it's not loading, so I just use my phone. But in this phone there is no X login, right? So yeah, so I just asked in the tweet that how much did you pay for the product or something related to it. So it actually got 14K views, and 14K views is just it's a big number, like 14K, because there is no one. I'm like writing and posting images and there is no one to see. But when I ask something in a tweet, like there are so many people that watch that tweet, and some 2 or 3 people actually liked, and the account owner also gave a reply. So it's like that's the way. Like X is like you have to engage more. Like you just have to engage, post, like ask questions, tweet, reply to tweets, and after you get some amount of impression, then it's like okay, your account have good impressions now. So it's like now you, it's okay if you don't reply to many tweets, but you just have to be consistent, like posting or uploading videos on time, something like that. So oh yeah, it's I asked a question actually, and it has 14.5K views. That's actually good for, yeah, it's very good. So my main goal right now is like post less and reply more to the accounts and other people. Okay, what's I have I have logged in a different account in this phone, and on YouTube I am literally saying like AI generated videos, and they actually have 2.7 million views. Like and the title is written in Hindi, and it's like dark stories, something channel name, and it has. Let me check out this channel. Wait. Okay, 1.1 million, 503K. So the thumbnail is also AI generated. The clips are also AI generated. I'm not sure about the story because it may be AI generated, but or maybe it was made by using AI. But majority of the things it is like everything is AI beside the story. I think the concept, also the concept is original. I think, and I'm also not sure about the narration because when I watched this video, the narration was like the voice of in this video like Evans Lab or made by Evans Lab or something. So I'm not sure, but it's that is actually like crazy. 2.7 million views 5 days ago, and the oldest video is 1 month ago. Wow. Yeah, it's eye catchy. That's why I was just watching something else, and when I saw the thumbnail, title, and views, it got me right there. So that's what they wanted, anyways. So there are 50 pages left again, and I will try to read this book tomorrow again. I just want to complete this book again now that it's like so many practical things that are explained in this book. So I just want to move on to the next. So now that it's already late, so I'll just end this live stream right here. Okay then. So can I just end this live stream from a different device? Let's see, like I have to go on live section. um, Live. There is. I think I should install OBS or something third party app to do that. Okay, I just